I was someone who struggled massively with trauma. I had an operation as a baby without a general anesthetic, and that set me up for a life of pain, fear of my own inner body. So, internally for me, I believe that was the essence of me becoming a finely tuned anxiety machine. I just never felt happy in my own skin. And when I started trying drugs at 14, 15 years of age, it just gave me a sense of safety. Like I felt a little bit safer. And I tried heroin for the first time when I was 16 years of age. And it just gave me such a feeling of peace. And I often say it brought me to heaven in that moment. It quickly brought me to hell. But it made me feel soft, secure, and comforted for the first time in my life. And that really set me off on a journey of addiction where I spent 35 years, not 35 years. And then I suppose that the second part of the story, the book Bonus Time, is called Bonus Time because I believe I'm living on bonus time. I was given a second chance at life. So I had a near death experience at the age of 35 that completely shifted my perspective. I went from my dopamine hooks into heroin, and I was bitten by the bug of life, the human mind. And I just went on this journey exploring the human mind, which led to a PhD in neuroscience and psychology. And I suppose sharing my lived experiences and my academic expertise to help others to change. That's who I am, I suppose. So 2 nights into that detox was not only the most painful night in my life, it was also the most important night in my life. And I woke up on my sitting room floor and there was blood everywhere. And I had a very violent grand mal convulsive seizure. And what happens at the end of a seizure? There's a slump. But the 2 or 3 minutes while I was pulsing and convulsing, literally every neuron in my brain firing at the same time, I was driving my teeth up into my tongue, really jamming them into my tongue through the convulsions. And just before I slumped, I split my tongue. And when I slumped on the ground, there was blood coming out of my mouth. My brother James thought I was dead. Brian's dead. But thankfully, I wasn't dead. And thankfully, I have superheroes as a family, Chris. And it was when I came to that moment that you talked about. I remember coming around in the hospital and I was lying on a trolley in a room. It was the middle of the night and it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was an absolute shell of a human being. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I didn't know what that word was at the time, but I was spiritually broken. And I never wanted to escape my reality more than I did in that moment. And that's the essence of addiction, escape and avoid. There's no coming back from this. And I remember just leaning back on the trolley, utterly defeated, with nothing left to give.